Hello, everybody. Good evening. There are homeless people in the streets, and there's somebody driving in the middle going the other way, so we had to make a pit stop. We are almost at Louisaville to check in on Chloe. What's up, Elijah? What's up, other person in the chat? What is up to everybody who's going to be tuning in today? Charlie doesn't indeed say, brains. That was delicious. I'll have another one. Oh, wait. Chloe's already waiting for me. There you go, Chloe. That's my girl. Oh, Elijah, by the way, the message I sent to you, I wasn't kidding. If there's anything you want, because I still haven't sent the prize, your prize yet. If there's anything you want on eBay, feel like you should have my mailing address from when I sent you the 19. If you want to send anything, like what we can do is I'll cover the cost of postage for a small flat rate box if you want, and then we'll just upgrade it to a medium one, and you can just pay the difference, whatever that is. It'll be significantly cheaper to load up a box than to do like a bunch of individual shipments from wherever to Oz. Oh, I smell really fire weed right now. Like, really fire weed. Hey, Chloe, I see you. Meow. Hey, Chloe. Meow. In other news, my mom met Charlie today. She really liked him, so who knows? I'd love for my parents to adopt Charlie. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second. I gotta get a jacket. It's a little cold now. It is no longer t-shirt weather. Hey, Chloe, come on out. Okay, kitty. Behold, I have food for you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do have food for you. Yes, I do. What's up, Randy? We already had a dude hidden. That's crazy. God, the haters are gonna hate. Bro, Elijah, the dude you blocked, I don't know if he's a troll or just like severely schizophrenic. That sounded like word salad to me. I was trying to read the first message and I was like, the fuck does this dude even say? Hey, Chloe. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah, I'd love, to get back to what I was saying before, I'd love it if my mom somehow managed to soften my dad and impress upon him the fact that the best thing that they could possibly do for their one cat right now is get another cat. Like, a lot of their worries that they have, like, oh, we always go away, and just get another cat. The best toy you can get for a cat is another cat. Yeah, Chloe. Here you go. I got you. You want me to go? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. There you go. A little bit safer back there. I don't mind losing the container. It is what it is. Yeah. If my parents end up saying no, I might offer it briefly to my brother and his wife. Granted, they live in another state, but I would be willing to fly to that state for my parents or for the cat. Yeah. Glad we're all in agreement. Also, Randy, if I haven't said hello to you, what's up, dude? I think I did, but I, just want to cover my bases. Also, everyone else who's watching, there's 20 people watching, but Randy and Elijah are dominating the chat. Come on, throw down in the chat. It's more fun when you guys participate. I guarantee it. Oh. But yeah, like Randy said, you're completely right. Like, my cats, like, if it was just one cat at my apartment, they would be so, like, messed up and bored. But the fact of the matter is that multiple cats, they have friends to play with. And I even told my mom, I'm like, the little lion is becoming kind of an asshole because he has no one to play with. He's lonely. And it's messing with his mental. And Charlie happens to be a great temperament match for Monty because he's very calm. Monty needs a calm cat. Also, this desk and this table / desk and office chair setup just randomly on the road. That's pretty it's funny to say the least. Nope, nobody there. All right, y'all. Let's go check out. Let's check out the Steve Zone. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you saw, yeah. Fred is the human stapler, or Fred is not a human, but he is a stapler. He loves to chew paper and plastic. Even when he really, really shouldn't. Oop. Yeah, and exactly, Randy. You're completely correct. He's bored and he's lonely. He needs a friend. I gotta go very careful for this bit because this is just a massive homeless encampment. Nobody doing here. They actually take care of the cats there. That's a shoe in the middle of the road. My shoe! Yo, side note, I got a funny story for y'all while we're on our way to, Ooh, very skinny cat. Very skinny kitty. Yeah. Sorry about the panic stop, folks, there, but I saw a very skinny kitty out the corner of my eye, and if we see skinny kitties, we help skinny kitties. Or at least we try to. I wish I could, Randy. It's kind of a double plus problem that the only tune emitter, as it were, is my phone that I stream with. And I suppose I could grab my old phone and use it for tunes, but the minute I put tunes on, copyright. And like that's the thing. I don't have monetization turned on during the stream because I'd like my viewers to get as few ads as possible, but then once the stream is over, I do turn on monetization so I can get a couple cents here or there on ad revenue. And if I put music on, I will get claimed. Yeah, not the radio for sure. You know, one day soon, we'll when we go on our next Urbex trip, we'll break it up into two. There we go. Look how skinny little girl is. Meow. Yeah. Next time we do a Urbex stream. Let's see, is that cat still there, or does she run way far away? Either way, I'm gonna leave some food. Okay, way back there. All right, she has gone away, but that is okay. What's up, Shadow Titan 5? No, I'm not working in a wood factory. I am trying to feed homeless cats. One ran away back there, but food has been provided in the container. Although I'm not gonna lie, every time I go into a gay club, it's a wood factory. Am I right, fellas? All right, not kidding. But yeah, maybe next time we do an Urbex stream where I have to, where I have to drive long distances, like the time when I did the Victorville stream, which was a lot of fun in my opinion. But for the Victorville stream, I basically I didn't start the stream until we were pretty much almost at Victorville, and the only reason I even started it then was because I was running late, because I had meant to start the stream once we were already arrived. But I mean, next time we have a road trip Urbex stream, which will eventually happen, we can maybe break the trip up into two sections. Section 1 will be the journey there, where we're just BSing in the car, and I'll take my other phone so we can have like sing-alongs or whatever, and y'all can listen to me singing Rockin' in the Free World or whatever really poorly. And then that part will almost certainly get a copyright claim, and then when we get to the location, I'll just start a new stream. All right. Hello, how are you? We're not gonna stop at the hello, Gina. So we're not gonna stop at the Steve Zone, because this gentleman over here with the Volvo XC90 is already taking care of them, and we don't need to double up on that. So we're gonna check in on Gino. Hopefully Fat's in the main colony, what's left of it. Hello, depressed teenager. That was me once too. The one thing we're gonna do is, now that I'm actually moving places, I gotta put my belt on. I could maybe get away with no belt if I'm just driving down one road, but for real, wear your seatbelt, folks. The only thing that kind of sucks about us being very quick on this area of town is that we didn't get any train action. I like it when a choo-choo goes by. But things are taking place. We've potentially found a second or not a second, actually a third location where there was a very skinny little young kitty. So there's that. And now we go check in on kitty cats. Or other kitty cats. Hello, Ghost Girl 99. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish I could, Ghost Girl, but that kitty was way too far away to grab. I do love cats too. That's what we do here. We take care of and socialize cats. Unfortunately, my apartment is currently full for new intakes. So hopefully I can find a forever home for Charlie and Charlie's kids, Sunny and Sully. Those are my foster cats right now. Yeah, like Gina said, there's only about 70,000 cats I need to take care of. I believe, I mean, it's very hard to get an exact count of homeless cats in LA, but it's at least 1 million, probably more like 1.5 million. You know, the thing with homeless cats and cats in general is that they're very good about hiding when they don't want to be found. That's so cool. There was a Peugeot in America right there that we just went by. It was a 504, so it's not a new Peugeot, but yeah. Let's see, Justin. That's exactly, Justin. That's me. I go around and feed the stray cats whenever possible, and I take as many of them as I can off the streets. Speaking of which, actually, because I'm dumb and forgot to do a status update, not for you guys, but for other people, Hector actually called me today and was like, "Hey, David, have you seen Charlie?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's still in my apartment." And like, just so you know, Hector, Charlie will never be back on the streets ever again. Yep, what Gina said. Oh, I get it, Ghost Girl. I think he was trying to make an edgy comment about depression or something like that, or I don't know. Or no, it doesn't matter. It's probably just mixed signals and a joke that went like this. I've had so many near arguments with people where I just cracked an innocent joke and it just went over. Like, you know. It's okay, Ghost Girl. We accept and love everybody here. You are going to have to deal with the fact that occasionally I make stupid jokes. Call it toxic millennialism. Shit. All right. In other news, Hector was also at the main colony earlier today, and he said he didn't see a whole lot of kitty cats. Hopefully Gino's here. He wasn't here on Friday. That being said, Hector probably fed the cats earlier today, so I don't know how many we're gonna see. Yeah, I do have some of the gross peeps with the like edgelord comments. So we don't need that. Gino. Okay, good night, Ghost Girl. Nice meeting you. Hope to see you again soon. Gino. Ow! Ow! Gino! Fats! Fats! Meow! Meow! Fats! Meow! Meow! Fats! Yeah, Gino does say I'm late. But also, Gina, I don't if you remember from Friday's stream, um, the Gino visit was in 2 parts because I came here once and he didn't show up, and then I went to the main colony and came back, and then he decided to show up at that point. I'd rather not do 2 visits, so I'm just gonna stay here a little bit longer and call him because hopefully he shows up. Gino! But yeah, it is a little bit late. It is a little bit late, so there is a chance. And I mean, like I said, Hector was feeding the cats probably around, when did he call me? He called me a little bit after sunset. So let's say 5:30, 6 o'clock. Meow! Gino! There he is. Hey, dude. Meow. 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 Good boy, Gino. Yo, this freaking Parliament box is still here from Friday. It's being removed by moi. I can't look at Parliament cigarettes any longer. All right. Yeah. Yeah, Gina, I picked a good cat to name after you. I'm not gonna lie. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I got to get in touch with the people here and be like, yo, like, I heard tell that one of you guys were planning on taking him off the cat, or taking him off the streets permanently. Is that true? Because I want him to find a forever home off the streets, because, like, he's fairly safe here relative to some of the other colonies I take care of, but, like, there's still some danger here, namely coyotes. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen one, but I have seen coyotes here. And Gino's strong, but you never know. You hate to think about it, so we won't. Also, I'm not sure if this is somebody. It looks like puke. Sorry, folks. We'll take puke cam. We'll remove puke cam and put Gino cam instead. But I need to do something about the puke. Worm kitty. That's a worm kitty. That's a worm kitty tail. All right. Opa. Hold on, G. I gotta. What's up, Julian? Nice to see you, man. Happy. Well, I think I heard. Opa. I think in your neck of the woods. It's floor. It's floor food. You don't want floor food. I got container food, better food. All right, Gino. Okay, Gino. Keep on. You want some mayonnaise, dude? Mayonnaise. I'm my friend. Big scratch. Gino. Meow. Excuse me, G. But yeah. Ow! Look, Gino. Yeah, Roberto and Kakihara. Gino was absolutely made for the attention, although it wasn't always this way. This has really happened in the past, like, 5-6 months. He used to not allow pets, and he would run away if you approached him. You know? And I have to give credit where credit is due. A lot of the progress on Gino was made by not me, but Hector. Like, the only reason I even knew that I was going to have a pretty good chance at, like, getting to pet Gino was because before I ever got to pet him, I got sent a short video by Hector of him petting Gino. And I was like, oh, Gino! Good boy, Gino! Yeah, he is ready for a home. So that's what I'm saying. I want to get in touch with the people who work here and be like, yo, I've heard tell that one of you is planning on adopting this worm kitty. That's right, you're a worm kitty. See, you like to snake like a worm. Here. Cat butt. NSFW people. But yeah, he's absolutely ready to go home. Looks like we're gonna get a no-show from Fats today, although I'll give one more call just for the hell of it. But I predict no Fats today. Fats! Ow! Ow! Oh, I mean, yeah, he's definitely made a lot of progress. And very proud of that for him. But yeah, like Gina said, he's very much, it's time to take him off the streets sooner rather than later. So I need to find some free timing and make my way over here and be like, yo, I heard tell, a little birdie told me that one of you fine folks had some interest in, hello, Tracy Rose 6419. Where's Chubby Cheeses? You mean Chuck E. Cheese? But yeah, I gotta find some time to head on over here and be like, so I heard tell through a little birdie that one of you was planning on adopting this lovely cat. If you need help with that, I'm happy to, like, you know, do the first bit and take him off the street, make sure he's clean, make sure he's, you know, treated for fleas and tapeworms and what have you. And then you guys just need to do the easy bit. Pick him up and take him home. And also probably do some vetting, because that's definitely the plan, Kakihara. That is absolutely the plan. But I can't do anything about it right now, because my apartment is full. In fact, my apartment is probably over capacity, technically speaking. Because there are... No, Jeffrey, we're definitely not honking the horn. We're feeding homeless cats right now. We don't want to scare them. Yup, Jake Slights. Oh, I don't know if I'm saving them, but I'm doing my best. That's all we can ask for anybody. I even got a fortune cookie from Panda Express last week that says, do your best. And I'm like, facts! I try. It's okay, Tracy. You got 8. I have 3 officially. I have 3 cats. I should not have done that while I was making a U-turn. That's a dumbass move. But yeah, I have 3 cats officially. Wink, nudge. Okay. Is anybody here at the main colony tonight? Thank you, Roberto, for showing me. Yeah. But yeah, as I was gonna say, Kakihara, if you have a Discord, I'm more than happy to have Elijah send you put the link to the Discord, and you can join in and share photos and whatnot. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things is that domestic cats meow literally. Oh, what a crock of shit! What's up, Gene? Is it Jeannie or Jean or Jeanne? I'm terrible with pronunciation sometimes. All right, hold on, folks. I'm gonna try to keep the chat keep this. I'm gonna try and take a photo of this to show Hector that it's what's going on. 1 second, y'all. All right, are we back? Okay, do we have audio again or no? Yes, audio no. Sorry, I had to leave the stream for a second to take an actual picture. Okay, cool. Yeah, I had to take a picture of that thing cuz like I said, when I was speaking with Hector earlier, Hector told me that the guy over here at this machine shop told one of the other cat people, not Hector or me, but one of the other cat people, that he stopped throwing away the food. I would like to press X to doubt. I'd also like to point out that there is a special spot in hell reserved for people who throw away the food of homeless animals. I don't even believe in heaven and hell. I'm an atheist. But there is a special, extra toasty spot for people who mistreat animals. Not saying that there isn't also an extra toasty spot for people who mistreat humans, but Jesus. All right, I see two cats. I think, Dick Grayson, and I see Lil V. So we're only going to give a couple things of food because that's all there is to give. Like, yeah. What's up? Hello again, Ronry. Now, Kakihara, one of the reasons I am atheist is because I was brought up Orthodox Jewish. Like, not black hat Orthodox Jewish, but I was brought up, Sabbath observant, keep kosher Orthodox Jewish. And so, yeah, I definitely don't want to tell people, what to do with their life, but, I just try to live, as best as possible. And, that's the thing. I refuse to, because I was brought up in a religion that is very big on doctrine, and Judaism is very big on doctrine, especially Orthodox Judaism. Not talking about conservative or Reform Judaism, which is much more kumbaya, but Orthodox Judaism is there are rules, there is doctrine, and you do these things. Let me see. All right, Jamie, is that Dick Grayson or is that another one of the gray cats? It's so hard to tell which gray cat is out and about until they get really close to you. Hey, Michael Reitman, nice to see you. I think it's pretty lame that you come in here for that, but keep it pushing. But yeah, Ronry grew up Southern Baptist. Yes, Bears, Shabbat elevator Jewish. Fortunately, my parents lived in a single-story house. But yeah, when they would go to New York and stuff, yeah, Shabbat elevator Jewish. And that's the thing. One sec, let me get food for these cats. Hey, what do we got? Dick Grayson, Lil V, Jamie and Pauline. We got 4 cats, 3 foods. But yeah, so, it's my firm, here's the thing. God or no God, believer or non-believer, I think it's so important to do good things. And not to be too out of pocket, but I think if the only reason that people do good things is fear of divine punishment, I'm a little sus about that kind of person. Just saying, you should if you believe in God, you should absolutely fear divine punishment, but you should not do things because of that fear. You should do good things because it's the right thing to do. That's just that's on my soapbox. And here's the thing. Like I said, I grew up Orthodox Jewish. Like Bear said, Shabbat elevator Jewish. You better make sure your house lights are on timers, because otherwise you're in the dark for all of Saturday and Friday night. You know, so with stuff that's like doctrine obsessed with like that, I get it and whatever, and it works for my mom and my dad and whatever, but I refuse to believe that just because of my love of bacon cheeseburgers, I'm going to Jewish hell. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to call cap on that one. Like if Jewish God exists and he's so convinced that, you know, that as per the Old Testament, failure to honor the Sabbath and keep it holy is punishable by death. I do not honor. Well, I try to honor the Sabbath, but the past Sabbath I was at work, and the one before that I was also at work because I got to make ends meet. You know, so that's the thing. And I know some people might say, well, okay, in Judaism you're allowed to break the laws for what's called a pikuach nefesh in Hebrew, to save a soul. But keeping a roof over my head is not a pikuach nefesh. It's just a try to live comfortably, technically. But anyways, well, like I said, you know, religion is a very, very personal thing, and if your faith helps you get through the night, then all power to you, and you go and you do you. You know, my problem starts when people who are of faith, as it were, try to start making laws that really cramp my style. Then I have a problem. All right, I'm really shooting the breeze right now. Let me get this stuff out of camera and hopefully... Hey, Dick Grayson, you're looking okay. But scared. Ow! All right. Yeah, like Bear says, I mean, I would actually argue that the vast majority of atheists are not that kind of Richard, like militant Richard Dawkins type. I mean, most of, like, and here's the crazy thing. For most of my life, after I moved away from religion, I actually identified as an agnostic, but then I had this, like, sorry, I brain farted there. Like, I had a moment in one of the worst classes I ever took in college, but the only thing I ever learned from it was, like, we were discussing agnosticism in my philosophy of religion class, an absolute waste of time, in my opinion. It shouldn't have been. That's a very interesting concept, but it just was, bad teacher. Bad teacher. Yeah. I would say I'm culturally and ethnically Jewish, but I do not identify with organized religion. But but yeah. Why are there so many homeless people? I'll take a couple of guesses. But yeah. Let me. Oh, Nathan, sorry. The reason, sorry. Thank you, Paul. So yeah, to answer your question, what's up, Sideways SI? To answer your question, who would ask the question? To answer the question, Nathan McIntyre, Kakihara was doing that because we were discussing, because I commented because there used to be a lot more than just the handful of cats I'm seeing tonight at this colony. There used to be a lot more, and like ever since I'd say the past, what would a regular sayer say, 5-6 months? Yeah. Like, the cats have been disappearing thick and fast. And to which I said, I'm not a person of faith, but there is a special place in hell reserved for people who mistreat animals. You know? And then I commented, not only am I not a person of faith, I am an atheist, which is true. I was brought up Orthodox Jewish, and I'm not a person of faith, but I'm like I said, whatever gets you all through the night, God bless, or spaghetti monster bless. Just don't try to impose your religion on me, and I won't try to impose atheism on you, and we'll be happy. That's kind of how I feel. And here's Jamie the cat. But yeah, and Paul, that's what I'm getting at, is that like, person of faith or not, atheist, agnostic, theist, doesn't matter. I think you do good things. What's up, Sonia? Yeah, I think you just do good things because it's the correct thing to do, and also it feels good to do good things. Ford Flat 6. Thank you so much, Orion O'Brien. Yeah, thank you, Elijah. We literally have Muslims in the chat, and like some dude is spreading Islamophobia. What the shitbird? I'm actually going to take a step back from watching the cats because I'm sorry that you're not going to get a very good view of Jamie, but Pauline is just chilling there. Yeah, like Gina said, you do you, boo. Just be a good human being. But yeah. So, I mean, Ford Flat 6, we're not, I mean, like I said, okay, see you soon, Ronry. Thank you for stopping by either way. But yeah, like, we're just, part of this channel is definitely BSing. But yeah. Also, I'm not gonna lie, Ford Flat 6, it is possibly coyotes. It's also possibly that the new machinist is doing horrible things, like possibly poisoning the cats or destroying their habitat. But yeah, it is possibly coyotes, and if it is, that would suck. I know for a fact that I've lost cats to coyotes before, because I've seen a few cats that, like, one day I showed up over here, and then and they've got some random cuts on their face or something, like bad lacerations, and then a few days later they're just gone forever, and I'm like, oh, I know what happened there. That's terrible. They do need to eat. I just don't want them to eat my cats that I take care of. They can eat rats. There's a big rat. Rats are everywhere. Yeah, but like Gina said. Oh, yes. So Ford Flat 6, this is a very random channel, but the primary stuff is feeding cats. We do feed homeless cats 3 days a week on this channel, and then we keep it pushing. Okay, let me ask a few more. Let me answer questions. Also, Ford Flat 6. Yeah, cats, locks, all sorts of stuff. But also, Ford Flat 6, I keep meaning to ask. Damn, that was a Mazda 323? Are you shitting me, dude? Damn, or no. Yeah, I mean, coyotes are kind of cute, but like, yeah, I don't love it when they when they threaten my cats. What's up, Chaos? Yeah, cats, locks, bitching at traffic. The occasional urban exploration stream. You never know what you're gonna find on the David Romano channel. But also, wait, Kakihari, you asked earlier. I'm sorry. I do. For the record, if anybody asks questions in the chat and I haven't answered, feel free to type it again, because like I'm not trying to ignore. I just forget to answer. Neville, Get your butt over here. Neville. Ow. But yeah, Kakihara, I believe you asked how did I find this colony? And the answer to that is one of my favorite weed shops in Los Angeles is across the street. But yeah. Found a weed shop. My favorite weed shop is across the street. And one day I walked out from the weed shop and there was just a bunch of cats just chilling over here. All over the place. Many of these cats are still here. Pauline was there, Jamie was there, Neville back there was there. You know, and of course, some of the most important cats on this colony were also there. Baby Blue, Big V, Tatiana. You know, so some of those cats have been rescued. Some of those cats have not been. But we do our best, and hopefully the cats that have not been rescued hopefully the cats that have not been rescued by me get rescued by somebody else. But yeah, it's definitely been touch and go at this particular colony, and a lot of the socialized cats have disappeared, and a lot of the semi-socialized cats have backslid into being feral. So, like I said, there's a special spot in hell reserved for people who mistreat animals. And here's the shitty bit, and here's the part where I'm like I will not let this person live this down. Oh! Sideways, Charlie is doing brilliantly. Jamie the cat, Jamie, please do not eat from the cans. No. Here. I think the shop owner over here, Chaos. But yeah, Charlie's doing so well. This has been a fairly short stream so far, so I think we'll go home and hang out with Charlie just for a little bit. Also, because I don't have work tomorrow. I don't know if he's abusing them or not, Chaos. I can't prove it, you know? But, here's the thing. I can't prove anything. Exactly, get lynched up. Whoa, that's one heck of a username. I do take care of stray cats. There's 2 of them right there. Yeah, I mean, the real thing that's stressing me out a lot is that, so, as I think I mentioned, it's okay. That's awesome you like cats. And hey, we don't know, and hey, when I picked my username, I didn't know 6'7" was gonna be a freaking Gen Alpha and Zoomer like Shibboleth, but here we are. I thought I was just naming my username with my first name, last name, and my favorite camera of all time, but no. 15 years ahead of the 6'7" curve, I am. All I gotta say is, but yeah, so here's the situation. So Chaos, I'm not sure of the company's name, but as I've said before, the address, if you want to look it up on Google Maps, that's the address. That's the address number, if everyone can see. And the street name over here is Webb, W-E-B-B Avenue, North Hollywood, California, 91605, if you want to find out exactly where this colony is. But yeah, so let me give you all the Cliff Notes version, and then we'll head to my apartment. But quite quickly, let me put stuff away while we're doing that. Yeah, big W to everybody who's been so kind and generous in this chat. You guys are amazeballs. Neville! Okay, Neville, I'm just coming to collect the cans. Please don't be a wuss and run away. Hey, Nev. Yeah, Webb Avenue and the address was, yep. So yeah, I believe that company is actually the former engineer. I'm not sure if it's still the. There used to be one machinist here, and then a new guy came in. So I don't know what the situation is, but yeah, I think that. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure what the situation is because, like I said, there was a. That's awesome. Get lynched. Yeah. Just make sure you're careful. You know. But so let me give you all the Cliff Notes version. So as I mentioned earlier, Hector, who is a friend of mine who also takes care of cats here in LA, called me while I was at work earlier today, and to ask me for a status update on Charlie. Neville. So yeah, he called me to ask for a status update on Charlie. I said, oh, Charlie's doing great. He's at my apartment and he's never going back on the streets ever again, which is great. And then Hector told me, oh, I'm here at the battery place because this, like, one of the reasons that this used to be such a good colony. Yeah, that one. Yeah. One of the reasons that this used to be such a good colony is that this particular location right here used to be a battery shop called T&R Batteries. Not trap, neuter, return. T and R. Like ampersand R. Trying to see if there's still like any remnants of that shop. They moved to a different location, unfortunately. But yeah, the guy who ran the battery shop, Rafa, was a big supporter of the cats, and he made sure that nobody mistreated the cats. And he would help us coordinate. He would help us coordinate the stuff, and like whenever we had issues with any of the other shop owners, we could always go to Rafa and be like, "Yo, this is the situation. Can you like put in a good word for us or something like that?" But unfortunately, Rafa left, and then Charlie or Chuck, whatever was the name of the old machinist here, he retired. New guy came in. Everything switched around, and then it's been really bad news, left, right, and center at this particular colony, and it's really it's you hate to see it, But one of the other colony caretakers, a woman named Rima, a woman named Rima actually came and spoke to the new machinist and asked him 2 questions. Question 1 was, where did the cats go? And question 2 was, why are you throwing out the food? And the machinist said, I didn't do anything to the cats, and I stopped throwing out the food because I gave up. Well, lie detector test determined that was a lie. If he lie about throwing out the food, I think it stands to reason that he might lie about doing bad things to the cats. He did mention that he did try to call somebody to get the cats removed. Who's this cat right here? Dick Grayson! I used to be able to pick up and pet Dick Grayson. There's literally shorts and videos of me petting the dude. Now dude runs away from me. Which, honestly, he should be running away because humans are scary to him. You know, but it's... You know, so... You know, and like I said, longtime viewers will remember Marble Cat, another one of the social cats who have not seen since late last year. Towards the end of the year, was running back and forth across this street because he was, like, the cats were being displaced. You know? Now, Chaos probably... Or, like, just the friendly ones. Big V is missing, Marble Cat is missing, Denise the Manice is missing, Neville is missing, Chris the Cat is missing, some of the gray cats are missing, so at least 6, probably more. I mean, you can do what you want, but like, honestly, if I have any proof that there is mistreatment of animals, or sorry, what Elijah said, Neville is still here. He's Pussy Boy right there. But Winston has disappeared. You know, and I'm telling you, if this is not a threat. Yeah, this is not a threat. This is a promise. If I find out that this man is mistreating animals, he's going down. Like, I will pursue legal action to the ends of the world. Like, you don't mistreat my cats. You know? And if the law don't get them, believe I will. Non-violently, but I want him to feel bad about himself. All right. As he should. Nah, Luis, we need to find a non-violent solution, unfortunately, because I don't want to go to jail. But, besides, if we're gonna go find a violent solution, why stop at a 38? Fuck that shit. I'm going full-on Desert Eagle 50 Action Express or Smith & Wesson 500 Magnum. If we're going hand cannon. You know, so that's what I was saying earlier. Regardless of whether you're a person of faith, whether you believe in an afterlife or anything, there is a special spot reserved in the hot, fiery place for people who mistreat animals. And like I said, there's an equally fiery place for people who mistreat their fellow human being. But you know, but I'm sorry. There is just a special spot reserved in the fiery place for people who mistreat animals. And you know, yeah. Yeah, no, accidents happen, exactly. But there's a difference between accidents that are just accidents and accidents that are completely avoidable. You know? So if one of my homeless cats, if one of my cats got killed running across the street because he was running across the street, oh yeah, no, LAPD couldn't give a flying fuck. LAPD don't care about anything, Chaos. They're paid like their budget is like $1.2 billion, or yeah, something like $1.2 billion a year, and they do not do anything but just cruise around and occasionally shine their spotlights in my face. Which for the record, I consider police harassment, but that's just me. Also, not for nothing, but for $1.2 billion, the LAPD really should have nukes. Like, Like, no bullshit. I read somewhere that the LAPD annual budget is more than the combined military budget for the entire military purposes, for the entire military budget of the entire armed forces of North Korea, who, may I remind y'all, have nukes. We need nukes. No. For fuck's sake, do not give the LAPD nukes. But like, not for nothing, the Korean People's Air Force, or whatever the hell they call it, has MiG-29s. Where's our MiG-29s for the LAPD? Hell, I might even join the LAPD if we could fly MiG-29s. Like, I don't want to fly their little bitch-ass Bell 206 or whatever helicopters the LAPD likes to fly, but if you give me a MiG, hell yeah, where do I sign? And I know a lot of y'all are like, well, a MiG is a Russian plane, so they wouldn't be flying it in America. Wrong! People literally buy and import MiGs into the States to use as aggressors. The LAPD can definitely get one. I'm just bullshitting right now. This is bullshit of the highest order, and I love it. Yeah, exactly. Like, y'all have been in the car with me so many times when I just randomly all of a sudden get an LAPD spotlight shown in my face, and I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Okay, wait. Bear wants me to be very well behaved on this journey home. All right. I'm very well behaved. I'm turning this light off because it's ruining my forward visibility, though. Yeah, Bear's like, difficulty level impossible. No. You know what I'm gonna do, Bear? I'm doing the entire drive with my hands off the wheel because I find that if I just sit back and observe and knee drive, I'm more pleasant than I am if I have hands on the wheel. The Korean People's Army Air Force. Yikes. That's like the People's Liberation Army Navy. It's like, okay. I'm not going to comment on the fact that I'm passing somebody who's doing less than 70 miles an hour in the left lane right now with their high beams on. Because they weren't behind me. Nah, no, Gina, I will never, ever, 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 ever buy a Tesla. I have nothing against electric cars, but I don't buy cars made by fascists. Although that being said, I will say one thing. I do quite enjoy going by Teslas who are just driving very poorly, because let's face it, they're Teslas, with no hands on the wheel, and be like, look at this, my 03 Acura has a feature your car has too. It's just my feature is called I know how to use my legs to drive. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I think part of the reason I do so much knee-based driving is, well, number one, I used to drive professionally, and you need to be good at knee driving to eat while you're driving. But the other thing is that I drive, like, I can drive stick, and because my current car is an automatic, I literally, I like using my knee to, to steer the car, because at least it's giving my left leg something to do. My left leg is bored otherwise. It's like, I can't operate a clutch pedal. I like Toyota Luis, but my car's an Acura, so I have to identify as a Honda boy. Oh, I used to have a an Infinity G20 with a 5-speed manual. Driving in traffic with stick is definitely not fun, but I can honestly say, like on a Saturday afternoon or like around now, like late night in LA, if you get your stick car onto like Malibu Canyon or Mulholland Drive or one of those good driving roads with your stick, it's very, 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 very good when that happens, and I love it. My dad has a car with a stick, and I honestly, like, I wish I could jack it all the time and just keep my stick skills up, but like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, I love the Focus SVT. That's so cool, Luis. I can't read the rest of your thing because I'm trying to keep my eyes on the road, but like, yeah, I loved the Focus SVT. It was such a good car. Yeah, and I'm also going to go ahead and say it, Bear. PCH is a beautiful road. It's a terrible driving road. There's tons of sheriffs over there that will pull you over for 5 over. It's like insane. And there's way more traffic. It's actually 2 lanes in each direction. It's like driving on PCH is good in like a very sideways SI. If you can hang on for a few more minutes, we're gonna say hi to Charlie. But if you gotta go, that's totally understood. But yeah, driving PCH is kind of the best driving roads in LA are either Mulholland Drive late at night when there's no cars, or like Malibu Canyon or Latigo Canyon if you're willing to do a further drive, or like there's a bunch of roads up in Angeles National Forest, obviously Angeles Crest Highway. Oh no, Gino, you gotta go? That sucks. Yeah, the good news is that wheel lockups are mostly a thing of the past now with ABS, but yeah, that sucks. All right, keep on rocking in the free world, and do-do-do-do-do. Do-do. No. I can't shoot that gap. I mean, look, I've been in an accident on 3rd Street. What is this guy? Okay, I'm coming to a red light. Elias Canzaneri. Say it one more time and see what happens. This is the new I'm from Bangladesh if you know, you know. Where's Dean? Dean is the true Bangladeshi. Get lynched. My last name is Italian, but I'm not Italian in the slightest. I'm 100% Jewish. I've heard a theory from some of my family members on my dad's side of the family, which is obviously where the name Romano comes from. But yeah, I heard a rumor. I heard the story that I was told from like one of my family members who's very into like genealogy and that sort of thing, was that around the turn of the 20th century, or more probably after World War I and the fall of the Ottoman Empire, a lot of people in the Levant area, so what's now Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Israel, Palestine, etc., a lot of the Jewish people in that neck of the woods changed from kind of Arab-sounding last names, like a lot of the Hebrewized last names that you hear from Israelis these days, like Ben Tal or stuff like that. And oh, Brock, the one thing that is explicitly forbidden as far as free speech is saying that you're going to do acts of violence against the sitting president. So I'm going to recommend you remove that message, because it's literally one of the few things you can say in America that is actually a crime. Not saying I disagree, just saying that's probably an inside thought. Just saying. Come on, go guy, go guy, go, 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 go. Oh, up, yo, 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 yo. So yes, but no, Bear. To most people, yes, I am Sephardic. However, if we're being technical, because my family is from the Middle East, I'm technically Mizrahi, or the actual pronunciation would be Mizrahi. That would, but yeah, but yeah. Let me remove Brock's comment from the chat, because I don't want to get in big trouble. Little trouble, good. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. We need to do the thing where hopefully I don't lose the stream by going into my apartment. Excuse me. Keep on rocking in the free world. Yeah. Oh, whoops, I'm in reverse. That's dumb. Now I'm driving. All right. Oh, come on, Bear. That was just me that was just me looking at commenting. That wasn't me complaining, but okay. You do you. That was me commenting the fact that there was a Mercedes doing dumb shit and a bus, but I didn't comment on the bus Mercedes. I just went, yo, 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 because that's what's going on. Yo, yo, yo. But like I said, you do you. I'm cool either way. I'm kosher with it. Yo, Yo, Chatthew, are we still live? Chatthew McConaughey, are we still live, folks?